The hot legal topic right now is this Alex Murdaugh trial. And I got kind of sucked into it recently. I wasn't following it from the beginning. I've had a few friends ask me about it, and I will give my take on it. To me, the most important evidence here is the timeline of events. You know, I'd heard all of the facts about his life and the motives and what happened, but it wasn't until I looked at this timeline from that day of the murders with the text and the call logs and all the location data showing how fast he was driving and when he was driving where and who he was calling and why he was calling them. Those facts, when laid out in a sequence that you can see when it's happening in relation to the murders, it is apparent Alex Murdaugh's involvement in those murders. And I think the only way for him to punch a hole in that is to have a rock solid alibi. He does not. Or to have any sort of realistic theory that would remove him from liability, maybe a third party shooter or somebody else that may have wanted to commit these murders. And the only thing I've seen them present that has any sort of reasonableness to it as an alternative theory is this two-shooter theory. But the problem with that is it doesn't actually exclude him from involvement in the murders. It just means he might have had an accomplice. So when I view that timeline and then factor in all the sketchy bad facts and the 911 call and his lying before and after, when you get all of that wrapped up with it, it becomes very apparent to me that he was involved in these murders. And I do expect a guilty verdict, but there is a standard beyond a reasonable doubt. It's a high burden, and the jury may get caught up in something that the defense has thrown out there. So I'm not going to say with 100% certainty it'll be a guilty verdict, but in my opinion, the evidence shows that he was guilty.